This is Yolanda, and you're on with Real Talk with Yolanda. Welcome to Real Talk with Yolanda. Thank you for coming back and spending some more time with me. Now, last time that we were together, it was the start and the kickoff of the Medicare annual enrollment period. Now, we are in the thick of it. We are very much right there on time, doing what we got to do, find out what's going on and what works best for us. So the annual enrollment period, again, is always from October 15th through December 7th. That's when you have an opportunity to decide if you're going to change your prescription drug plan, if there were some changes to the prescription drug plan itself. One thing that has happened is some of the companies have bought out other companies. So it's very important for you to realize that those papers that you were getting in the mail, that you need to take a look at them. Companies such as Aetna, no longer going to be called Aetna for your prescription drug plan only. If you only have them for prescription now, these are the people I'm talking to. If you only have Aetna for your prescription drug plan, the name is going to be changing. WellCare has now taken over Aetna for prescriptions only. So you have to find out, are my medication copays going to be the same? Are the medications that are covered under the formulary, are those going to be the same? These are some of the questions that you may have right now. And also, again, this is the annual enrollment period, so this is the time to find out what's going on. When do I have to compare it, and how much time do I have to compare? So you probably got letters in the mail, you may have gotten emails even, you've spoken to maybe local agents, you may have even had some phone calls with them, you've had some visits with them, things like that. So that they sat down with you and possibly going over maybe a prescription drug plan or maybe even a Medicare Advantage plan. Now we'll get into Medicare Advantages a little bit. But right now, what I want you to do is maybe think of some questions that you may have. Because I'm going to tell you, one question that I usually get is why are Medicare Advantage plans, why are Medicare supplement plans so expensive? Why are they so expensive? Well, the first thing is there are many factors that influence a Medicare supplement plan premium. And one of the most popular by far is your age. So this is why they say when you turn 65 or the earlier that you get onto a Medicare supplement plan, the lower the premiums usually are. You can check out the premiums and see that these premiums are usually the difference between the companies. The plan benefits for the letters are the same. However, the premiums are maybe different and the companies may be different. So I'm going to give you an example. Transamerica may offer you an N plan, N like Nancy. Bankers Life may offer you an N plan. The benefits are exactly the same. Exactly the same. However, the prices could be different. And of course, the names of the plans, the names of the companies are different. So to me, that's the biggest difference between a Medicare supplement. Why is it that way? Those are things that we always talk about as far as when we say on the back end, get involved. Get involved. Learn what's going on and ask those questions. What's going on? Ask your insurance commissioner. What's going on? Why do these things keep going up? Why does it keep being an attained age? Things like that. You may want to find out. So we're going to go a little bit further now. We're going to come back a little bit with some more information on our Medicare Advantage plans and how we could kind of make a skilled decision.
We'll be right back with Real Talk with Yolanda.
YSM Insurance. Let us help to put the pieces together. Have you been thinking about Medicare insurance coverage? Life is full of important decisions, but you don't have to make this one alone. YSM Insurance. We would be happy to meet with you one-on-one to discuss your needs. Please contact us at 302-229-6376. YSM Insurance for your Medicare options.
Welcome back to Real Talk with Yolanda.
Welcome back. We're back here with Real Talk with Yolanda. And again, I'm Yolanda. So I'm here to help you with some information as far as Medicare is concerned. If you have questions about it, all of us most of the time have questions. We're not sure, but there are a few of us that are on top of it, and you are very confident in the decisions that you're making. But again, I'm going to speak to those of us that may have a little bit of apprehension as far as what's changing, what do I have, what's going on, what do I need, things like that. So I told you that when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about Medicare Advantage plans. So a Medicare Advantage plan, what is that? That's like your companies that offer almost a whole basket of stuff. So you've got your Medicare Part A hospital benefit, you've got your Medicare Part B medical benefit, and you've got your Medicare Part D prescription drug benefit. All of that is included under one umbrella, one company. No matter how they say it, it's just one. And they all make up the Medicare Part C. So if you've seen any of my events, I'm always holding up my C for complete. Those things make up your Medicare Advantage plan. Now, Medicare Advantage plans, instead of just providing you with benefits that come from Medicare directly, and that they must abide by Medicare rules and regulations, so you don't lose that, also will provide you with extra benefits. That's where sometimes it gets set apart. We have things such as the old famous Silver Sneakers program. It's a fitness program. So those of you who are not familiar with the brand name of this separate vendor, Silver Sneakers, it's a fitness program. It can also provide you maybe with over-the-counter benefits so that you don't have to come out of your pocket for certain items. Glasses, you may be able to get glasses. Hearing devices, that's a possibility as well. You have dental, you may have some dental benefits. You may even have some transportation benefits. All of these are different depending on the companies and the plans within a company. That's where you want to speak to a representative directly for those companies that you can find out what's going on. Okay? So that's when you could contact me, Yolanda Muhammad, and find out what's going on with some of these plans, their Medicare Advantages. I'm hearing about them. I'm interested. I want to see if it's a good fit for me. Well, yes, we'll go through that. And then you want to always know, well, what's the copay? Now, these companies have different amounts. You've seen them on TV. I know you have. You've seen them already. It can be a zero premium per month. Nothing to pay per month for a premium. We know what a premium is. We know that a premium is something that we have to pay in order to keep the coverage. But how can they provide us with these premiums at such a low rate? That's one question. But the thing is also, what else do I have to pay for? You want to know. So that's when copays come into effect. Not co-insurances, not a percentage of the service, but a copay, a set amount you have to pay for the service. That's a copay. And copays will vary. So they'll vary between company, they'll vary between plan, they can vary between services. Medicare Advantages are the ones that have copays. Okay? So, we've kind of summed up what it is with a Medicare Advantage. But it's also, again, something that you need to go over with someone that's licensed to speak to you about it. Okay? You need to do that because you're not only trying to find out what it is for your needs, you're trying to find out what it is for some of the needs that you may have in the future. This includes your prescription drug plan, remember. So you want to always find out, is my prescriptions on the formulary list of this plan as well? What are the copays under that for my prescriptions? What are the different tiers for the medication? How much am I going to have to come out of my pocket? And I don't know how many people have thought about it, but how many is my pharmacy? Is my pharmacy in the network with the plan? So those are the things that we want to know. So I'm going to let you think about that just for a minute, and when we come back, we're going to do a little bit more talking.
We'll be right back with Real Talk with Yolanda.
We are Kamaj Entertainment and Fitness. YSM Insurance. Let us help to put the pieces together. Have you been thinking about Medicare insurance coverage? Life is full of important decisions, but you don't have to make this one alone. YSM Insurance. We would be happy to meet with you one-on-one to discuss your needs. Please contact us at 302-229-6376. YSM Insurance for your Medicare options.
Welcome back to Real Talk with Yolanda.
Welcome back with Real Talk with Yolanda. So, we've talked a lot. You've had time to digest some of your questions, some of your thoughts. You know how to contact me. You can do so. Again, you can give me a call and we can talk about it. The annual Medicare enrollment period is October 15th through December 7th. Now again, don't wait till December 7th to decide to call somebody. Give them a call as soon as you can, at least to get the conversation started, to find out what it is you need. You want to compare and find out if they're in the network, and that's something that's very important, and I did not say, but I'm going to say it now. When checking a Medicare Advantage plan, you want to make sure that the doctors, the hospital, the lab, all of that type of stuff that you use, those places that you feel comfortable going to, are in the network with that plan. Being in network for a lot of people is very important. It's very important because you want to feel comfortable with the office and the people that have your information, and you're feeling as though you have given them some very intricate parts of your life you've shared with them, so you may not want to have to go and do this all over again. So please remember to check the network of a Medicare Advantage, check the formulary of a Medicare Advantage, check the copays, how much the copays are of a Medicare Advantage as well. Check those things out. They are important. Now, let's talk a little bit about getting some extra help to pay for some of these things. Extra help for Medicare beneficiaries is pretty much a national thing. You can always find out the breakdown of some of that information on Social Security's website, ssa.gov. You can even go to medicare.gov and look up some of the information. However, I'm going to tell you, for here in Delaware, you have some different choices. Number one, my very first suggestion to you is finding out if you're eligible for the Social Security prescription extra help. And that you're able to do online at ssa.gov. If you do not have availability online to do that, you can contact me. We can talk a little bit about it, and I can try to assist you in doing it online. Now, the Extra Help program is going to help you with just your prescription drug plans. It could help if you're eligible with the Medicare Part D premium per month for the plan that you choose. It can help you with some of the co-pays towards your medication that you're on. These things are possible. It may be that you may not be eligible for the full extra help, but it is possible you may be eligible for partial extra help. So please, apply. If you think that you may be eligible, or if you just want to know, apply. The reason I say that also is because if you're not eligible for the extra help from federal, you may be eligible for the state extra help. So remember this, when you're going to vote, you're going to want to make sure that you're speaking with you're voting towards someone that probably is going to give you and look out for your best interests when you have Medicare for the Delaware Prescription Assistance Program, DPAP. Delaware Prescription Assistance Program. That's called DPAP. It's not a discount card. It's a separate program. So under this program, you will be able to apply for extra help here in Delaware. That also will help to go towards paying your Part D premium. And then it'll give you an allotment of an amount that you'll be eligible for to help pay towards your prescriptions. Especially those of us that may fall into the donut hole during the annual year. Okay? Do you hear me? All right. So we want to make sure that we are applying for these extra help programs. Now that was on prescription. When we come back, we're going to talk a little about the Medicare extra help programs. Welcome back. We are back again, Real Talk with Yolanda, and we were just talking about the prescription extra help program. Well, we talked a little bit about that. I told you that's important, whether you apply for it because you think you are or know you are. Don't assume. And then this may be a requirement for you to do every year if necessary. Now let's just briefly talk about the Medicare Savings Program. This one, I want to speak not only to my current Medicare beneficiaries because they are of age, 65 and older, but I'm going to speak to my Medicare beneficiaries that all of a sudden you've been on Social Security disability for 2 years, 24 months, and that 25th month, all of a sudden, you find out you get this Medicare card in the mail. Now, some of you feel as though that you have not been told that what's going to happen once you get it. Sometimes you don't recall getting any notification about it, but this is what happens. Now, you may have been on Medicaid all of this time, and now that you've become and you're receiving Social Security disability benefits, SSDI, you become eligible for Medicare after that 25th month, and your Medicaid status may change. So, sometimes what happens is that your Medicaid level, your income for that, you make too much. So your Social Security that you're receiving is too much to maintain for your Medicare savings program. Now under that program there are different levels. There's the QMB level, there's the Slim B level, SLMB, there's a QI1. They have different levels, different categories, okay? I am not a professional for Medicaid. I do not work for Medicaid, but I can tell you what the Medicare Savings Program is. So, your Medicare at that point will be primary. You want to know, well, what's going to pick up the rest of it? Yolanda, you've been sitting here talking about all this other supplements and Medicare advantages for everybody else. Well, what about me? I'm now receiving Medicare. I used to have Medicaid. They say I make too much money now. What's going to happen to me? Well, first of all, you do need to pick a prescription drug plan. That's first and foremost. You need to pick a prescription drug plan now. The other part is you can find out if your Medicare savings program, if you're eligible for a QMB. The QMB level is going to allow you to have Medicare and Medicaid, it's going to pick up that other 20% of copay or coinsurances that are not covered by Medicare. Now, some of you, a lot of you, who are under the age of 65 and receive Medicare all of a sudden will not be eligible for the Medicaid any longer. The income you receive will be over the income limit to receive the Medicaid to cover the copays, coinsurance, or deductibles. That doesn't mean you still can't get help. There are other levels, such as the SLMB, also known as SLMB. SLMB can help to pay for that Medicare Part B premium that comes out of your check. And you, all of a sudden, you're like, why am I $100 and something down? For 2019, it was $135.50. Now, why am I down that amount of money? Because everything has stopped. Now you need to reapply or go ahead and apply to see if you're eligible for any type of assistance from the state under their Medicaid program. And that's called the Medicare Savings Program. Now, I know it's a lot to take in. I know it's a lot to understand. But again, you can contact me and I can try to assist you. Now, we're going to come back with our community corner and some shout outs.
We are Kamaj Entertainment and Fitness. YSM Insurance. Let us help to put the pieces together. Have you been thinking about Medicare insurance coverage? Life is full of important decisions, but you don't have to make this one alone. YSM Insurance. We would be happy to meet with you one-on-one to discuss your needs. Please contact us at 302-229-6376. YSM Insurance for your Medicare options.
Welcome back. Real Talk with Yolanda here. So now we're going into our community corner segment. We talked a lot of stuff today, but we're going to do a little bit of shout outs right now. So the first shout out I'm going to say, shout out to Crestview Apartments. Crestview Apartments, thank you so much for all of your support. Now I'm definitely going to shout out to my Wilmington Senior Center. Wilmington Senior Center, love from my heart for you. They have a lot of programs over there that they're doing. The grandparent program. We have the caregiver program. And I tell you, I always talk about Wilmington Senior Center because I do like the trips that they go on. Now, when we also talk about trips and a good time and a caring environment, let's talk about Jimmy Jenkins Senior Center. Jimmy Jenkins Senior Center, the ladies and the gentlemen over there are really taking care of us and taking care of all the seniors. I want to thank you very much. I want to thank you and give a big thank you to Luther Towers Apartments. Always, always, always are receptive and open arms to us when we come through to provide information. We thank you. And yes, we are going to come back and we're going to talk with you a little bit more. We're going to see who we can get to do our live show tapings. We're going to try to do some live show tapings.
Yeah.
So we hear my hype man back there.
Producer.
My producer. And he's giving us some information as to of his joy of going out there and bringing entertainment and information to our senior communities. Now as well, we got a whole bunch of different places, but I'm going to tell you about this one. Now, you want to know where you might be able to see me upcoming? November 25th. That's on a Monday. November 25th, 10 a.m. I'm doing a presentation over at the Newcastle Senior Center. Newcastle Senior Center. That's at 400 South Street in Newcastle. More like the old Newcastle area. Come on over. Let's have some fun. Let's talk about it. Let's answer some questions for you. Let's do what we can to make it a little bit clearer for you, all right? Come down, see what's going on. There's so much going on in the fall right now, but we just love everybody. Hey, I'm going to tell you this little secret. TJ, Absalom Jones, coming up. Check your local senior center to see if we're on the schedule.
Yeah.
So, we like to play games. We like to do a lot of stuff. But I'm going to thank you for tuning in with me this month. Real Talk with Yolanda, second Sunday of the month, 2 p.m. roughly.
2 p.m.
We'll keep it for 2 p.m. because I think you're home by then. But until next month, thank you for spending some time with me. Have a great Sunday.
YSM Insurance. Let us help to put the pieces together. Have you been thinking about Medicare insurance coverage? Life is full of important decisions, but you don't have to make this one alone. YSM Insurance. We would be happy to meet with you one-on-one to discuss your needs. Please contact us at 302-229-6376. YSM Insurance for your Medicare options.
This has been a DIN Media Studios production.
So we're going to have it here with Real Talk with Yolanda on our channel coming up, which is
Apple 190.
all right.
Ratified in 1868, the 14th Amendment, which cemented our citizenship into this country's founding document, is one of the 3 Reconstruction Amendments named for the post-Civil War period during which they were passed. Despite our newfound freedom, life for Black people in the former Confederacy was grim. Our lives were still subject to the whims of a white supremacist society, seeking to maintain slavery's racial hierarchies, even in its absence. The 14th Amendment was written, in part, as an attempt to provide protections for African Americans left in legal limbo once slavery was abolished. Its very first section establishes 3 foundational principles of American citizenship. Birthright citizenship, which makes any person born in the United States an American citizen, due process of law, and equal protection under the law, which establishes that a person cannot be denied access to their legal rights due to factors like skin color. It would be the Equal Protection Clause that served as the legal basis for much of the activism of the Civil Rights era, like the bus boycotts and sit-ins protesting segregated public accommodations. And it was the legal foundation for the Brown v. Board of Education decision that ended school segregation. But even today, 151 years after the passing of the 14th Amendment, our rights, privileges, our citizenship remain under assault. Our right to vote is under attack, whether it's poll closures and voter purges in Black precincts, voter ID laws, or denying formerly incarcerated returning citizens the right to cast a ballot. Due process and fair treatment within the judicial system has been and remains elusive for Black communities, and legal decisions that weaken the Voting Rights Act or turn a blind eye to racial gerrymandering undermine our right to equal protection under the law and equal representation in our democracy.
I don't know what most white people in this country feel, but I can only include what they feel from the state of their institutions. I don't know if white Christians hate Negroes or not, but I know that we have a Christian church which is white and a Christian church which is black. I know, as Malcolm X once put it, that the most segregated hour in American life is high noon on Sunday. That says a great deal for me about a Christian nation. It means that I can't afford to trust most white Christians and certainly cannot trust the Christian church. I don't know whether the labor unions and their bosses really hate me. That doesn't matter, but I know I'm not in their unions. I don't know if the real estate lobby is anything against black people, but I know the real estate lobbies keep me in the ghetto. I don't know if the Board of Education hates black people, but I know the textbooks I give my children to read and the schools that we have to go to. Now, this is the evidence. You want me to make an act of faith, risking myself, my wife, my woman, my sister, my children, on some idealism which you assure me exists in America, which I have never seen.
This has been a DIN Media Studios production.